Welcome to U.S. Immigration TV. On December 31st, 2020, President Trump extended his immigration ban until March 31st, 2021, just hours before it was set to expire. Now, what does this mean for people who are outside the U.S. waiting for their immigrant visas? In this video, I will discuss the effects of this extension and what could possibly be done. First of all, by way of background, in April 2020, President Trump issued a proclamation that those people who are under family petitions or employment-based petitions or under certain temporary non-immigrant working visas who are outside the U.S. would not be issued visas until further notice. And it was set to expire December 31st, 2020. Now, the justification for this immigration ban was because of COVID-19. There was high unemployment, and Trump felt it was unfair to allow thousands and thousands of immigrants and temporary workers to come into the U.S. and take away jobs from U.S. workers, especially during this time of high unemployment. And he found that those conditions still existed, and therefore he extended this ban until March 31st, 2021. So what can now be done for those people who are outside the U.S.? Well, let's go through some of the options that are available, the pros and the cons, the pluses and the minuses. One item is Biden could possibly rescind or retract that proclamation or issue his own proclamation saying that there is no more a problem with unemployment. However, we've seen what can happen when a president attempts to retract an executive action or a proclamation of a previous president. I mean, look what happened when Obama put in DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, in place, and then Trump attempted to rescind it. It went through the courts and eventually got its way all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court that found that Trump did not properly rescind DACA. So the concern is by the time that happens, it's already going to be April 2021. Another possible option you might think about is legal action. Somebody or some group brings a lawsuit challenging Trump's ability to extend this immigration ban. Courts have held that presidents do have the power or authority to restrict the entry of aliens into the U.S. if they find their entry would be detrimental to the interests of the United States. And that's what Trump has been saying with respect to this extension. And again, by the time it goes through the court system, it's already going to be April 2021 anyway. So it doesn't seem to have any value to bring a lawsuit either. Also, we have to think about the U.S. State Department, the National Visa Center, and the embassies in terms of opening up the embassies. I mean, the State Department recently stated that it will start opening up its embassies on a post-by-post or embassy-by-embassy basis based on COVID-19 and travel restrictions and things like that. And I think that by the time the embassies start opening up again, it's going to be April anyway. In addition, you have to think about it that you're going to have to update your documents, like your police clearances, and most importantly, the medical exams. If a person outside the U.S. had their medical exam and then this ban came in place, it's expired. If you've never had your medical exam yet, you're going to have to get one. And my guess, my belief, my opinion is that the medicals will probably now include tests for COVID and might also require COVID vaccines. And we're just getting the vaccines distributed now. In fact, the Americans are still waiting for their distribution or allotments. Right now, it's still at the frontline workers, and it's going to get to the elderly. But who knows how long it will take the vaccines to be distributed to the various countries such as China, Philippines, Mexico, wherever. again, that is going to take a lengthy time. I know this is not good news, but what I wanted to do with this channel is to bring you the latest developments, whether good or bad, discuss with you what the possible choices and options are, the pros and the cons, because that's exactly how I do it when people come to me as clients for consultations. I know they want to be told certain things, told good news, but I think it's my obligation to be upfront and truthful with people, whether clients or you, my viewers, to tell you the pluses and the minuses and the developments. So if you found this informative, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And a question to be asked is, why should you subscribe to this channel? Why should you put alerts on? Well, one of the reasons is immigration laws are constantly changing. With the transitioning from Trump to Biden, there are going to be a lot of changes. Every day we're having practically court cases, proclamations, executive actions, memos, changing the policies of immigration. And that's what this channel will be about, to provide you with the latest news and developments on immigration, because I know how important immigration is to everybody. It's the difference between being united with your family in the U.S. with a well-paying job and no longer living in fear. Immigration can be complex, it can be confusing, and it is ever-changing. And believe me, I believe there are going to be more changes and developments in immigration law. And by subscribing and clicking the notification, you'll be sure to be kept informed of those latest developments. And I'm Michael Gurfinkel, and this is U.S. Immigration TV.